So I wanted to make a little bit of an announcement as we're moving forward with some new stuff for the channel. So whether you guys follow me on Facebook or not, I made the announcement the other day that I have started an official Shoky Reviews Patreon. And I'll have the link down below and hopefully maybe right here on the screen. But the whole purpose of that is, of course, to make a little bit of money from this. Realistically, it's not just a hobby, it's also kind of a job. And while YouTube views and stuff like that can of course add up to money over time, I wanted to do something a little bit easier, not just so I can make money, but also so I can afford to keep doing this. It gets really difficult to continue to put out videos because, one, I'm sinking a ton of time and effort into editing, videoing, and all that stuff, but also just the cost of purchasing. Gunpla don't tend to be cheap. Same thing with third-party transformers and things like that. And while they've been coming out of my pocket for the last however many months, and of course before that, realistically, it's getting harder and harder to keep up with the demand of buying and building and reviewing and all that stuff like that. So realistically, I wanted to start a Patreon, like everybody seems to do nowadays, because with the adpocalypse on YouTube, it's harder and harder to make money just off of YouTube views and making ads and stuff like that. Your AdSense doesn't really pay off unless you have thousands of subscribers. So Patreon is the way to go. So normally it'd be some kind of subscription fee. The way I've set mine up, and you'll see this if you go to it, with the $5 donation, which is the bare minimum that you guys can do, you can subscribe to the Patreon, and there will be exclusive Patreon videos. It will only be on Patreon, not here on YouTube. So it'll be things like certain reviews, it'll be like game nights, Shoky After Dark, things that I also don't have to edit myself to be advertiser friendly. So if you guys have always wanted to hear me, use a bit more adult language and stuff like that, which I normally would edit and censor myself, it will be available there on Patreon. I'm hoping at least to have at least 4 videos a month up there. And for $5, you can join in and watch that content. Now moving up, so for $10 a month, not only do you get the paid content that you'll be able to see, you'll also get to pick something from my backlog and I can build it. That way you guys can choose directly what I'll be reviewing. And then you also get shout-outs in the videos. Anybody who is a Patreon will get shout-outs in those videos. Either in the credits or I'll, call you by name. Now, you get, for $20, you get the next level HG reviews. So you will be able to pick HG for me to purchase, build, review, and of course you get the shout out. Now it of course have to be a $20 or less HG to make that affordable for obvious reasons. So that way you guys can actually pick the things you really want me to build and review. So it's not just going off what I want to do. So for instance, say like the Gundam Tristan. If you guys wanted to see me do that, I wasn't too interested in purchasing it. But if you guys demand it, you guys pay for it, technically speaking. That's what you guys get. So this is a way for you guys to start shaping my content to what you kind of want to see. And also this can also apply directly to, say, like Transformers, things like that. If you want me to see it, or if you guys want to see me review it, if it's something in that range that I could go out, buy it easily, purchase it, and review it, same deal for that. Now next level up, you get to be a guest on the NERDCAST for $25. That'll be kind of a one-time deal, so you guys don't have to keep paying that one over and over. So for the $25, you can be on the NERDCAST from wherever you are, and you can bring your own topic. We can talk about it. It'd be a lot of fun. You get to shout out and the thing. Of course, you get to hang out with me and the guys doing the NERDCAST. That might be worth it to some of you guys who just want to hang out, do some real talking, things like that. I think that would be a lot of fun. I think it'd be fun just to be able to talk to you guys as well in the same manner. Now, the ultimate level, at least for right now, at the $50 level, you guys get to pick an HG kit for me to build, somewhere in the $20 range. You get to help come up with the custom design for it, whether it's a little bit of add-on, kit bash, custom paint, stuff like that, and then you get to keep it. I will customize it, I will build it, customize it, review it, give you the shout out, and then ship it to you. So you get to have an actual Shoky custom HG kit. If that's worth it to you, that's $50. I think that's pretty cool. So for the price of the HG kit, shipping, and then all the funness of having it made just for you in a way that you want, mind you, within my abilities, you know. If it's something that I can't do, then no. And also I will sign the package, or the packaging, the box art and stuff like that. I'll sign that for you guys too, just as well. Now, mind you, I know not everybody's going to want to do that, so that's a very minor thing. But it's something that you guys can do to help shape the channel, and that's at least something you guys can literally have, you know, so you can feel like you were really a part of it, you were really, you know, into it. And I will take, you know, creative input directly from you, you know, via message or whatever. We can talk about it. So if you want your own custom Gunpla built by me, reviewed by me, and stuff like that, and you get the credit for all the things like that, if that's worth it to you, that's going to be one of the levels. Now, I'm going to have more things later on down the line, say master grade scale, stuff like that, but I wanted to start out small. So this way you guys can help fund and also grow the channel. I don't want to get too stagnant because I'm stuck because I have no money, realistically. You know, just being totally honest with you guys, as I usually am, things got really behind in the month of May, and I've been trying to play catch up. I've got Gunpla that just arrived that I had on pre-order, and it didn't hurt me too bad, but it did set me back a little bit. So this way, you guys can help me develop the channel a little bit. You guys can at least help further the channel directly. Instead of just with your views, you guys can literally pay to have access to these things. You guys can have paid content made just for you. You can have literally a paid and made Gunpla just for you if you really want to go that far. I mean, this is an example of something I did with minimal effort, you know, and, you know, basically just, this was 4 hours worth of work for me, and that's not a bad custom job. So I can do something better than that for you guys if time and money, and if you guys really want to help design something like that. You know, if it's worth it to you just to have the paid content, that $5 can literally go a fairly decent way just to help me out. And if you guys want to share it, you know, get more people on there just to get the Patreon thing going. I really want to do things like Shoky After Dark, but it won't be advertiser friendly for YouTube because, say, like playing Cards Against Humanity. If you guys have played the game, you know that is some of the raunchiest, worst things you could ever hear. But if you want to see it, I can put it on Patreon for that low cost of like $5. Realistically, I can put it there. You guys can watch it. It'll be exclusively for patrons only. And once again, you guys will have the shout outs in every video that you help make, things like that. And I kind of like the input idea where you guys can choose what the next project is, so it's not entirely up to me. You know, you guys can say, hey, I want this, I want to do this one next, you know, or even to the level of, can you do this to it? We want to see this thing, or do you want to see it left alone? You want to see the bear thing out of there. So you guys can help shape what you see. And of course, Patreon videos will be exclusively for Patreon, or for patrons, I should say. And if nothing else, what I can do for paid reviews for you guys, it'll be available on Patreon first, and then it'll eventually be on YouTube for the normal viewers. Because I don't want to deny everybody, but if you're going to pay for it, you get to see it first, just like with cable or anything else like that. So if you guys are into that, by all means, come on over and do that. Link will be down below. It'll be in the end credits, hopefully, if I do this correctly. And if it's worth it to you to help bring my channel, to grow my channel to bigger levels and be able to keep things going around here at the Shoky Cave, then by all means, I look forward to doing all these things for you guys. And also, just a quick shout out, I also am doing the NERDCAST. I've uploaded some of the audio only of the original Shoky NERDCAST to SoundCloud. I'm including those links down below in the description now, and I'm hoping to keep the SoundCloud growing as well, so I can do audio-only content for you guys if you don't need to watch the video. So I want to do the Nerdcast more often, and it also comes down to timing and stuff like that. So if I can get it all uploaded to SoundCloud and then eventually through iTunes, and you guys can access it that way, so you can listen to the Shoky Nerdcast that way, now that I have regulars that can be on all the time. And, you know, I can also get Dan and Second Soundwave to come on occasionally and do that thing as well. But that's going to be it, guys. So it was just this kind of announcement for you guys. And, yeah. So remember, as always, let's keep on nerding and keep on building. And together, with your guys' help, we can build this community and this channel up and make something bigger out of it. So, check you guys next time.